So would you guys be okay with that? Because we haven't asked you. Would you be okay if you had a girl that was playing with other guys?
No, I would have a problem with that.
Yeah.
You would?
And the thing is that there's many things that I would have, to be honest, like, there's a lot of things that I consider cheating that a lot of modern day women would not consider cheating. They would think it's okay, or I'm being insecure. But a woman having an Instagram and showing her body off, that's cheating. A woman having female male friends, cheating. A woman going out dressed provocatively without my authorization or not me being there, that's cheating.
Without your
Authorization.
That's
Toxico.
I'm sorry, but you're not her owner, first of all. So you actually think like that will be cheating?
You have to understand where he's coming from with that one, because think about how unsafe it is for us to dress up provocatively and hit the streets, and he's not with us.
But did she? But then you gotta ask yourself: did she do that before you met her? If she did that before you met her, then you have no right to tell her how to change because you met her.
And we don't have to depend on men to protect us because of what we
walk around
wear.
with a taser with like a fucking
or depend on anybody else.
It's about respecting yourself as a woman if you're a taken woman and your man's not there.
That, and also be mindful, we don't need men to protect us, but think about how often, I feel like a lot of ladies at this table can relate, how often have we feared for our lives just for rejecting someone?
But I don't wish a man was there to protect me.
But what if she's a model and she's walking down the Miami Swing Week runway? What would you feel about that?
See, that's complete. Can I make a point?
No.
Okay, is that her employment?
Yeah,
that's her job.
That's her job, and she makes money doing it.
Yep.
Yeah,
and I'm there. Maybe I'll allow
Yeah,
it.
you're there.
Maybe I'll allow it. But to be honest with
one.
you, I wouldn't want my woman doing anything that's involved with showing her sexuality.
That's a lot of men, though.
I would not. Here's the
Are
thing.
you okay with her playing with toys?
like on internet stuff?
No,
like
on
sex toys.
herself. Like sex toys. Is she only
I
allowed
mean,
to fuck you?
Yeah, I would prefer no. And
So
I know
can you
I have
masturbate?
controversial views on here, but
But then would you
Would you
at least
masturbate?
use it with her? Like, is it so taboo?
here's the thing, ladies.
Does it
A
intimidate
lot of
you?
women. Here's the thing. Like, I'll be honest. You guys might not like this, but women that aren't promiscuous, okay, or have a promiscuous past, typically get off on just insertion alone.
Yeah.
Regular sex. They don't need all this extra stuff. Okay. And the other thing too is, if a woman's very attracted to you, you don't need all this extra stuff, because someone mentioned it earlier. Cognitively. Oh, you did. I need mental stimulation first.
Jasmine
Right?
said that? Jasmine said that?
Yeah, you said that. You said I need a guy that gets me up
Right, my
here
foreplay
first.
is different.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. A lot of women's foreplay is cognitive. There's a reason why 50 Shades of Grey is the most selling book for women. Romantic novels. Women love romantic novels. Men like porn.
Yeah.
Okay?
That is true.
Women get turned on in the head first. I don't need to do all this extra shit to turn you on, because
so much.
me being a masculine dominant male in the beginning is going to be enough of a turn on. I don't need to do any of this extra stuff. Now, going back to what you were saying, you're right. If you met her a certain way, that's cool. But if you want a relationship with me, right? Women choose who has sex, men choose who gets rings. You want a relationship with me, you're going to go off my rules. Or
she belongs to the street.
And you can continue strolling. That's the thing. It's just that men, here's the thing. It is completely socially acceptable for women to say, I want a man that makes this much money, this tall, attractive, jawline, nice teeth, whatever. It's okay. It's considered preferences. But if I say, I don't want a hoe, I don't want a fat woman, I don't want a woman that's annoying, crass, and masculine, it's considered discrimination. We live in a world where it's completely socially acceptable for women to, commoditize men, which is okay. I think men need to perform, they need to make more money, they need to be successful, etc. But it's not okay for men to have standards as well. I know that for me to have a good marriage and a good relationship, there are certain habits that my wife and eventually mother of my child is going to have a good relationship. I know that a two-parent household is critical to a child's development. So I need to protect my wife from her bad habits that Western society gives her. Dressing like a hoe, being promiscuous, not having accountability, etc. Because even though you guys might like listening to Cardi B and City Girls and all this other stuff, it's going to make you a horrible wife and, more importantly, a horrible mother. Okay? That music is not conducive, and this style and this crazy City Girls hot summer stuff is not conducive to a good long-term relationship. A lot of you ladies described earlier that you want a traditional man. Earns more than you, taller than you, successful, confident, whatever it is, pay for dates. Gentlemen, right? Chivalry. How could you expect a traditional man, but you don't want to be traditional women? That's the problem. A lot of women are not traditional. I'm not looking at you guys saying you guys aren't traditional, but a lot of modern day women want a man to be chivalrous and traditional, but they don't want to be traditional women. That means not being a hoe. But that's a problem. Anything that represses female sexuality is considered misogynistic. And here's the thing. Me and Fresh, we don't care, man. We're playing the game. We're out here day and doing whatever we want to do.
It's fun.
It's the women that lose when this happens. Because again, men choose who gets relationships. Men choose who gets a ring, not women. So if you want to go and have a hot girl summer, whatever, cool. Do your thing. I'm not going to knock you. But what I will tell you is a lot of men aren't going to take you serious. They just won't admit it.
But why does the way you dress have to do with you being a hoe or not?
Okay, so
think about it. If you go outside, right, and it's gonna be dressed, what's gonna happen?
You're gonna
The
get
thing is
looked
that
at.
I can wear certain things in my body type that might look a little bit more promiscuous than the girl.
Somebody flat chested.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
to keep it real. Another girl could wear this exact same top and it'll cover their whole chest, but I can go out in this top and it obviously shows, you know, a good amount. And it's not me being promiscuous. It's not me showing too much. This is just my body type. This is how it wears a shirt and my jeans. And it's not me being a hoe. It's not me being promiscuous. I'm not trying to get attention from other people. I'm not trying to get compliments. I'm not trying to show off anything.
Right.
This is just how this shirt fits me.
Now imagine, right? You have a boyfriend
Or a girlfriend.
or a girlfriend, very successful. We'll say man for now, right? 6-pack abs.
because we're speaking about men, not women.
Yeah.
Men and women are very different about how they view the opposite gender. Men are very territorial with women. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's say he has 6-pack abs, right? Goes outside every single day to the same spot, but you know, for a matter of fact, if he goes outside, he gets a lot of attention from. He gets a lot of, I would say, women attention. So this happens every single day. What's gonna happen to him over time? He might give in, right? Every single day he's getting
It
attention.
depends. It depends on what kind of man that is.
No, but I'm just saying, just you being in that environment, you may have control for yourself, but the constant barrage of people is gonna get to you eventually. That's all I'm saying. So if I'm with a girl and she's going out dressing slutty, guys are gonna approach her. She might be cool, but over time, you never know. So I'm just saying, rather than open up the door, why not just keep it closed and keep things modest?
But my point is that I can go out wearing just about anything. I can go out in gym shorts and a big ass t-shirt, and I'm
And you
still
will
gonna
still
get
get looked
attention
at.
from men.
But
I'm
not-
still gonna get
yes,
catcalled.
you will, but
just as much.
but
yes.
not that much though.
No, yes, you
It's-
will, because
you
you've never
will.
experienced it, but we've experienced it.
You can't.
You can go.
say it
You
for us.
you can literally go in a
With a
monja
mask.
skirt,
Looking a hot mess.
in a monja skirt and like a big sweatshirt, and you can still get approached and still get harassed.
But not as much though.
yes,
It is as much.
No, not
I
as
have
much.
Guys,
worked
let's use common sense. If you go out dressed with showing skin, right, in a tight dress, versus going out in baggy gym pants or whatever it is, and we're not obviously going to the extreme. Like, you got to wear baggy gym pants, but let's use common sense. It is going to drastically mitigate the probability of you being hit on and sexually harassed by men.
As personal experience, I felt more harassed when I'm look like a bum than when I look more when I look more
Exactly.
dressed. Because when I look more dressed, I feel like now everybody's like more aware about like sexual harassment, so they stay quiet and they can look. I don't mind if they
All right,
fucking
that's
look.
your personal experience. But
That's
for
my
most
personal
women,
experience.
if they go out dressed modestly, they're going to get far less sexual attention from men than if they went out dressed provocatively. Like, I mean, let's be real here. If you go out dressed provocatively, you're going to get far more attention than if you're not. You might still get attention, but it's going to be drastically mitigated if you dress modestly. Now, going back to what you guys were saying before, because a lot of you guys say, oh, well, I'm going to get harassed or whatever. Like, I should be able to dress the way I want. Okay, let's flip the script, because a lot of the time you have to be able to give the female perspective, correct? So let's go down into a dream world. Right? Let's say you're at a nightclub, okay? And I walk up to you. It might be your type or whatever, but I'm wearing a white t-shirt. It's a little dirty. Maybe some jean shorts and black Air Forces. And I go up to you and I say, hey, you're really cute. How are you? What are you guys going to think?
Tourette's.
I was thinking that. I was like, what?
Sounds off, right? Sounds off, right? Like,
retard alert.
okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far, but
The point is, and I go, let's go on a date. Each of you is probably going to decline me for good reason. You don't know me.
I would say yes because it would be funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but you would never show up on a
okay,
date.
but
That's
that's
cap.
messed up.
I know, but I'm saying not funny like in a bad way, but I think I would have like a fun time.
No, you would never show up.
You wouldn't show
Why
up on a
would
date.
that be
Maybe
a
not.
fun time?
You wouldn't show up
Because
on a
I'm
date.
switching.
I'm
So,
fake,
so let's be real here. So again, reality, most of you would decline me. Most average women, which most normal women
But yes.
would decline. You know, there's some triggers there. Danger triggers this guy. Normal is this guy. Cool, whatever. But what you guys don't know is I have a Lamborghini parked outside and a couple $1 million. I was able to scale up 3 businesses. You don't know that though, right?
Mhm.
But you're judging me on face value. That's how men operate when you come out dressed like a hoe. They're going to assume unless you prove otherwise. And quite frankly, we live in a world where people judge things off of face value. So if you're dressed a certain way, they're going to assume you're a certain way. In other words, if you walk around in the great words of Dave Chappelle, you walk around in a hooker's uniform, they're going to think you're a hooker. And unfortunately, ladies, right? What did I tell you before? Men must create their value and you must preserve your value. The way you dress is a big part of that. I'm not telling you that you can't dress the way you want. You can. But what I am saying is that men are very territorial with women, and a woman cheats when she puts a for sale sign on her neck. If the car is sold, you can't be walking around acting as if you're still for sale. And I know that sounds horrible to say it like that, but that's what happens. That's how men look at women. We're very territorial with it. Since the beginning of time, why did men keep harems of women and keep guys around them to protect them, but got rid of their dicks, eunuchs? Because men are territorial with women. Look at nightclubs. Look at parties. When you get invited to a social situation, what do they say? Bring girls. Never bring guys, though. Why? Women are a commodity from a sexual standpoint, whether you want to accept it or not. That's the reality. So you must protect that commodity. Okay?
But I wanna like ask you something. So you say like men usually judge women if they're dressed a certain way.
Yeah.
But what if she's dressed modesty, but her friends are dressed a certain way? What would you think in that like position, like in that scenario? Because you know, like there's people that they say like, oh, show me your friends and I'll show you your future, like those type of like, you know.
You are who you surround
Yeah, again,
yourself
Exactly.
with.
Those feather
Those
Guys,
things. So
I'm
what
just
would
talking
you
about
say?
my boundaries.
Okay.
Again, I'm talking about my boundaries. A lot of men think I'm a little extreme about it, but it is
Yeah.
what it is. No, I would not allow my girl to hang out with her single friends. Period.
No.
No,
What?
absolutely
Ay, Dios
not.
santo.
Single women are one of the worst influences on married and/or women in relationships.
That's very true.
Honestly, it's
Then those are
true.
very weak
This is
women
facts.
and men.
No,
I
you gotta understand,
agree.
right? If you're in an environment where things can happen, things can happen. It doesn't
They
matter how strong
can,
you
but
are.
It doesn't mean they
So
will.
What? But here's the problem. Why would you put yourself in that scenario?
You're
you-
not.
I mean, I
You
just wanna
going
hang
Girls'
out
night
and
out?
having fun, that's
Girls'
not
night
putting
out?
yourself in a situation.
Do you know how many girls go
to-
for girls night out and get fucked?
Fresh knows.
The
I
same
know.
night?
Mara
That's
knows.
them. That's
No, no,
not
no.
every woman.
But
That,
it
and that
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
mean that they go out to
Listen.
put themselves in that situation.
Listen, I'm just saying, if you open up the door, right, and you walk inside the door, and there's a room, anything happen, why not keep that door closed by not even opening up the can of worms, which is going out for go. Think about this, right? In Miami, girls' night out. What happens? You get lit with your friends. You get drunk.
You drink.
Things happen.
Go to
You're not
brunch,
really
we go
yourself.
Eat
I go to
afterwards.
brunch.
Guys approach you. You dance. Things happen.
eat.
Just for a moment, you
Emotions.
know what? Oh shit! I was too drunk to realize what happened. Now I cheated on my man. It happens all the time. I mean, it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, why even open up the door for it to happen?
I just don't think being drunk is an excuse, though. I could agree to disagree with you because I think you can go out with your friends, you can drink, you can have fun, and that doesn't mean that you're putting yourself in any predicament to possibly cheat on somebody or do
Mhm.
something or anything like that.
That
If I
is
want
true,
to go out and drink
but-
with my friends, I'm not putting myself in a situation to cheat just because there's other men in the room and they're also drinking and having fun. I'm not putting myself in the position to cheat. I could go to a restaurant and get just as drunk and have just as much fun, and there's still going to be other men in that room, and I'm still not going to cheat. And that's with a lot of women as well. I think, man or woman, if you cheat, you are weak. You are
Mhm.
very weak,
Look,
and you
um,
don't care about what
My
you
mom
have
always-
next
Hold on,
to
pause.
you.
Hold on, pause. Listen, it's good and dandy what you're saying, but me and Fresh Myron seen and have dealt with women like that, and afterwards they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have a husband. Oh, oops, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend." And
They're
you
weak.
do date women, not men. So speak for yourself in terms of, you're speaking for yourself as a woman and through your lenses.
Well, I
but-
have to think in
Well,
the terms
I
of
know,
men as
but I'm telling you,
well.
as a guy, as a man with a penis,
Hmm.
we see girls as like that. Because the girl won't tell you, "Hey, I slept with a man." No, she'll do it behind your back. Before you know it, that's what happens.
Well, I'm just saying my opinion from a woman's standpoint. I'm not thinking
But
of
I
like
agree
You had
with
something?
that.
You had
dating
something?
a
I
woman.
totally agree with that.
Look at your praying.
Aw. This podcast made me go and text my ex in a little bit.
Do you have something? No.
Yeah.
He got your phone. Don't give it back.
No.
No,
Give it
it's
back.
just a
Throw it out the
matter of
window.
no. I'm sorry. I unfortunately forgot the mysterious voice name. I don't
Okay.
know where he is, but to concur, you
Chris.
do date women, not men. So to say that men or women who cheat is weak you wouldn't really know because you only know yourself as a lesbian.
Well, that's why I said women as well. I think in general, anybody who cheats in general, whether they're cheating on a man.
Can you
or
define
a
cheating?
woman,
What is cheating for you then?
For me,
Yeah.
having any kind of sexual activity with someone else, flirting with someone else, doing things behind my back that I
Is it the same for men and women?
Yes, of course. I
See,
think
that's
it's the
your
same.
problem.
Well, I don't
have-
think it is because apparently it's completely different.
Well, I know in your perspective, like you just said, you think that someone going out in a so-called slutty outfit is cheating, or her going out with single friends is cheating, and that's your perspective, and I have mine, and that's just that.
But here's the
I
thing,
don't
though.
think me being a lesbian necessarily changes my perspective on anything.
No, it doesn't. But what I'm saying is that you're rooted. Like now, I see where your ideology is coming from. You believe that men and women are equal. What I'm saying is that men and women are very different. We have different standards. We have a different existence. We have a different reality. Men have different burden of performances, and women have different burdens of performance. So for you to say that the threshold of cheating for women is the same as men that's ridiculous, because it is far easier for women to get sex than it is for men. So how can you use the same standards and same metrics of cheating when sexual access for women is far easier than it is for men?
It could be easier, but if you value yourself and you're like sticking to certain standards, you're not putting yourself out there as much, and it can be harder to get decent sex.
Ladies, the reality is
it doesn't matter
this.
how easy or how hard it is to attain sex or sexual activities. Cheating is cheating. That's what it is.
It's when you're not getting certain needs met and you're
So what I'm saying is that the window for women to cheat, because you guys have so much sexual access, is much bigger than it is for a man. Do you understand? Like a man entertaining women is not the same as a woman entertaining men.
Why is that?
If you walk into a bar, right, you just say, 10 guys are there. None of them are gonna want to fuck you.
Not
if I
even
go into
ah.
a bar and they say, nobody's gonna want to fuck me. I'm just saying the ease of access is so clear to you. It's just like you don't realize what's happening.
You don't get ladies, you don't get to play the game on easy mode and get hard mode benefits. Do you understand? For men, it's far harder to get sex and access to women.
But that's not our fault.
No, it's not. It's not your fault at all, but it changes the rules.
I don't think so. I think cheating is cheating no matter what. I don't think, because just like you guys said, a man could go out and he has 6-pack abs and he gets all this attention from women every time he goes out like that. It's actually more acceptable for men to go out without a shirt. You get what I'm saying? So why is it to you they're cheating if they're going out in something that's just
Because there's different rules. Men and women are different. We're not the same. This ideology of blank slate equalism is an ideology that a lot of modern women adopt, and it sets you up for failure long term. I had to explain to you guys earlier why masculinity in women is unacceptable, but you guys wanted to fight me on it. And this is why so many women stay single. They don't get married. They have issues, or they don't understand men, because men are going to tell you this truth, that the window for you guys cheating is far bigger than it is for us. Okay. Did you have something? I know you had.
Oh,
Go ahead.
yeah. I almost forgot.
And I'll give you guys an analogy here to understand it. Do you have anything before I go into this analogy?
Yeah, I was basically gonna piggyback on what I think he said it. He was
Gotcha.
like, if you're, taken and you're hanging around females that are, single,
Oh, yeah.
you're more likely to somebody said.
Yeah, I said if I was in a relationship with a girl, I would not allow her to hang out with her single friends
Okay, yeah, but basically what I was going to say was that
without me there, at least.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is most likely for both genders to cheat due to the fact that if you hang with single people, you're gonna do single shit. But if you hang around a group of people that are obviously taken, you're not gonna, you're more or less likely to do single shit. Obviously,
Right.
you're not gonna want to cheat, or you're not gonna want to talk to any other female. You want to do couple things.
I think the concept. So I think where you guys are missing the point is what I'm saying is that men can have sex with other women and still love their girl the same. It's not a cheating when a man has sex with other women. It's cheating when a woman has sex with another man, though. And I know that's a double standard. You don't like hearing that, but that's the world we live in. That remember I told you guys at the top of the podcast, reality is sexist.
And also, black men don't cheat.
Oh, you
Like-
better. Where's my cat?
The standard-
We all just need one big ass freaking hat.
What
Just
people
to
say
say
it's
in
an
the
evil
middle.
world we live in.
Because this whole conversation, I think it's about just like also like kind of like stereotypes and just like generalization.
English is our second language.
Yeah, ESL people. Sorry.
Yes.
You gotta talk into the mic though.
Sorry, like generalization.